So the results from our surveys show that about 90% of us said that the best years of our lives are between the ages of 8 and 12. Now, I would justifiably conclude that this is more than likely due to the fact that between the ages of 8 and 12, we're in 5th grade, we don't have much homework, we're probably getting a good 10 hours of sleep every night. But now we're in college, and we have really stressful lives, and on the rare occasion that we do get a good night's sleep, our bodies are still super worn down, and we're very stressed. By the end of my speech today, I want you guys to agree that naps are essential to coping with everyday stress, especially at our age. So like I said, we'll be discussing the act of engaging in daily naps, and in order to do that, my 3 main points are what napping does for us, why it's so important, and how to nap to our best ability. So what it does. So the first thing that it does is it allows us to forget about the stressful lives that we endure without going to drugs or something else for immediate compensation, like cigarettes or Adderall or marijuana are all kind of short-term, seemingly, they're kind of stimulants in a way, and a lot of people would go to them, but the truth is that in the long run, they don't do any positive things for us. And my second subpoint there is that you might feel different when you wake up from a nap. So how many of you have gone to bed and woken up and just felt completely different about everything than you did when you first went to bed? I'm sure it's happened before, yeah. And it eliminates that extra cup of coffee that you really don't need for your heart. So now that we've looked into what napping does for us, let's see why napping is so important. So the number one factor is that napping increases productivity. So I'll pull up this clip for us.
Proclaimed nappers. A nap of 60 minutes improves alertness for up to 10 hours. Research on pilots shows that a 26-minute NASA nap enhanced performance by 34% and overall alertness by 54%. Most mammals sleep for short periods throughout the day. However, humans have consolidated sleep into one long period. That our bodies are programmed for 2 periods of intense sleepiness. In the early morning from about 2 to 4 a.m., and in the afternoon between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Moreover, the most...
So for me, that was a pretty crazy statistic just because, all these years we've all been going to bed just one time during the day and not really forcing a nap upon ourselves for the rest of the day. So from that video, I concluded that losing time really means that you're gaining time. Even though you're losing 20, 26 to 30 minutes of nap time, the time that you're losing is never really lost because when you wake up, you're that much more productive than you would have been if you didn't nap. And when you wake up, you'll have the energy that you need to take on your difficult day. In terms of psychological effects, when people are tired, they kind of just mope around, and everything that they do, they're just thinking about how tired they are. Too tired to eat, too tired to do work, too tired to go to the gym, too tired to hang out with friends. You just want to be in bed and just kind of be in bed. In terms of physical benefits, taking a 20 to 30 minute nap will improve your sound mental cognition, like I said, and allow you to take on your challenging day. And now I have another clip to show you of some famous people engaging in some nap activities.
Calling you shortly.
It's worse for time zone crisscrossing politicians, expected to be ever alert, waiting to speak, or listening to a speech. Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley nodded off during a meeting with constituents. Tracy Eno says she had spent weeks preparing a speech opposing a natural gas export.
So we can infer 2 things from this video. One is that napping can be done by pretty much everybody. Even these incredibly famous, brilliant politicians are napping all over the world. However, maybe we don't want to be napping in this kind of public environment. So had these people taken care of their nap, like I'm telling you to earlier in the day, they would not have been caught napping in public. Everybody has a place to nap. Even if you tell yourself that you don't have a place to nap, you don't have enough time in your day to nap, I'd say honestly you're lying to yourself. In kindergarten we made time for it, so it's as easy as just putting your heads on the desk and putting your head down. Or if you're really bold, bring a pillow to your office and just like put your head back and relax. You don't need to put pajamas on, you don't need a blanket, just close your eyes and get some shut-eye. And now that we've talked about what napping can do, I'll show you guys what some evidence that proves this. So the Business Insider actually shows us that offices are now encouraging employees to take naps in the workplace. So a company like Google actually recently installed these Google Pods. They actually call them energy pods, and they have them all over the building. And they very avidly encourage their employees to take 20 to 30 minutes. They actually, they're kind of soundproof, and they vibrate to wake you up after a short period of time. So my conclusion is that if a company like Google can encourage their employees to take productive naps, then I believe you guys can too. Also, Harvard Business Review mentions that the following people have all been notoriously famous for taking naps in history as well. So we've got JFK, Margaret Thatcher, Winston Churchill, Bill Clinton, Leonardo da Vinci, and Albert Einstein. These are all, I'd say we could all recognize these people, and to think that they're famous nappers really puts it into perspective for us. So in conclusion, don't let the idea of a nap being unproductive stop you. Look at all those famous nappers. If a company like Google can encourage their employees to do so, then you can as well. A half of an hour will keep you in power.